going on, everyone? Today I have another election map prediction video, but this is in regards to if the 2024 election was held right now, who do I think would win if it were to be President Donald Trump v. Joe Biden versus Joe Biden. And I'm going to take some things into consideration here, kind of the historical voting of each individual state, as well as kind of the national environment and Joe Biden's current approval ratings, considering they are pretty abysmal right now, um, and if not some of the lowest we've had in the history of the country. So we're kind of gonna just go from left to right here, and we're gonna start off with what states I believe Donald Trump would probably win by, or easily win, and that would be the state of Idaho, got the state of Utah, got Montana, Wyoming, we got North Dakota, we got South Dakota, we got Nebraska, we got Kansas, we got Oklahoma, we got Missouri, we got Iowa, we got Arkansas, we got Louisiana, we got Florida, we got Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio as well. Oh, can't forget Alaska. So going from left to right or west to east, this is kind of how the map would look like if for a solid safe state for Donald Trump. Now we're going to kind of switch this over to Joe Biden real quick. And we're going to go through Washington, Oregon, California. Oops, I almost forgot Texas. Can't forget Texas. Anyways, back to Joe Biden. We got Colorado, we got Illinois, we got New York, we got can I not does Maine not have its separate districts analyzed? Not analyzed, but separated, I guess not. District of Columbia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Vermont. So currently, if we were to have the election right now, this is what I believe it would be currently be sitting at 215 and 186. Now we got to go through some of the lesser, not I wouldn't say lesser states, but like states that are less likely to be safe for either candidate. And we're going to start off with Donald Trump here in Arizona. I believe would probably be, if held today, be a likely state for Trump, as well as Wisconsin. Um, that's also probably another likely state. I'm going to say West Virginia. I'm even going to say Virginia too, despite a lot of people who voted for Glenn Youngkin, who is now the Republican governor of Virginia, saying they would not vote for Donald Trump. I still believe that with Glenn Youngkin's influence, even though he's not exactly, like he didn't run on him being a Trump Republican, he ran on himself being someone who will fix the school systems and all that stuff. Um, so I think Glenn Youngkin would have an influence. Like I believe he would put his support behind Donald Trump over Joe Biden. And I think that would help influence some of the voters there in Virginia to vote for Donald Trump. If they're kind of in between or maybe voting for Joe Biden, I think it would help sway them over to Trump's side. So we also can put Georgia into account just because you can look at the current favorability of the senators there and their favorability in comparison to people running against them isn't very high. It's actually rather low. Like Raphael Warnock, for example, his favorability against Herschel Walker right now is actually much lower than Herschel Walker. And I will put a video to the top right hand corner if you guys are curious about my Senate election videos or my election prediction for those and how I kind of think they're gonna go. And then for Donald Trump here, he's currently sitting at 269 votes, and I'm gonna give him. Whoops. I did not know why I did that. I'm also going to go in North Carolina. I believe that North Carolinians would vote for Donald Trump again instead of Joe Biden. I don't think Joe Biden would really have a shot here at winning North Carolina. I don't think he has a chance. Just kind of based off, again, the national environment. I mean, if you kind of take a look, Arizona. Okay, before I get ahead of myself, we want to take a look at his popularity, or his approval rating. He currently, right now, at the end of his first year, this is the beginning of his second, he sits at 52.3% disapproval, 42% approval, and I actually believe that's far lower. I do actually believe, I mean, you look at these polls, 39% approval rating, 51%. I would say it's probably more closer to be between 35 and 38% in terms of his approval rating, whereas his disapproval is more between 50 to 60%, I would say, if not higher than 60%. Just because he really is not a good president. In fact, he is probably one of the worst presidents that this country's had in a long, long time. Um, but if you're curious as to why I don't believe Joe Biden is a good president, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'm happy to kind of give my general analysis of his first year, as well as why I don't believe he is a very good president in comparison to Donald Trump, who was a far better president, who also had a higher approval rating at this time. At the end of his first year, I believe it sat around 50% or so approval rating, which actually is considerably really good. I mean, if you look at this graph here, though, I mean, Joe Biden started off with about a pretty average approval rating, and then towards August, midway through the first year, it just went complete opposite. And we can also take a look at Arizona. I don't know if I can find a website that will kind of give us like a general idea of what Arizona's favorability towards him is, but if we can take a look real quick here, Joe Biden's favorability in Arizona. I just want like a graph almost. I don't think this is gonna show it. Does Reuters have anything to say? Probably not. Yeah, they kind of show okay here Reuters, for example, 50% disapproval, 45% approval, lower than the other website. But that's kind of like the general. Like I said, I think it's more towards 38%, but that's my opinion. Um, um, okay. No, okay. This is through the general election. I don't care about the general election. I just care about. I'm just curious as to whether or not I can see the current approval rating in each individual state. I think that's an article. Okay, but anyways, kind of looking here, just look at these general articles. I guess we can take a look at this one. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and take a look at an article just to see kind of like why, like, see if there's anything worth kind of reading in here. And I don't want to watch this YouTube video. I don't understand why it's popping up. Don't load the ad, please. Okay, nope, let's turn that off. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that YouTube video while I'm trying to make a video. Um, let's see. Let's see if there's anything to say. Okay, this is okay. Here we go. So, quote, in a fresh poll from Arizona, polling from OH Predictive Insights, Biden garnered a 42% job approval rating. The president is doing even worse, 35% with independents, a key voting bloc in a southwestern battleground that has evolved into a fide, bona fide, I don't know, swing state. Overall, 55% of Arizona voters disapprove of Joe Biden is doing as commander in chief. Biden's political troubles have not translated into improvement in the standing of former President Donald Trump. End quote. So, kind of like a quick article. And I know like, whoops. I know that he generally isn't doing well in Arizona. Excuse me. So, and I'm probably gonna look a little bit more into it as to why Joe Biden just is not a good president whatsoever. I think he is an awful president. I really, really do. And I have, I have my reasons as to why, which I would be happy to give. And I probably will end up making a video as to why I believe Joe Biden is a terrible president. And I think it's one of the reasons why Democrats are probably going to end up losing the Senate as well as the House. I do not believe that they will keep that, especially with Joe Biden being as unpopular as he is. I guess we can go ahead and finish this map. Put Wisconsin as tilt red. And then I'll put Minnesota as a tilt red as well. And Michigan I will put as a more of a lean blue state. I still think Joe Biden would win that state. I just don't think um, it would be like by a huge margin. And then Maine. Oh, here we go. I didn't see the first and second district. I know Republicans generally do well in the second district of Maine, or is it vice versa? I don't know. I mean, I could take a look, but I don't want to clear this map right now. I'll take a look in a second. And I do believe Pennsylvania. I do believe they're very interesting right now because they are having a pretty high competitiveness rate between the Republican and the Democrats. It seems to be in. I think Oz is running for Senate, and he was not a super strong candidate, but his opposition isn't very strong either. And I do believe because Joe Biden, that's a state Joe Biden is also not very liked in. I do believe Pennsylvania would go to Trump in the end, assuming the elections are fair, assuming there isn't any issues with anything. I really do believe that um, not Joe Biden, Donald Trump would carry the state of Pennsylvania, no problem. New Mexico is kind of an interesting one. Um, it's kind of one of those states where it could kind of go either way, but I kind of want to take a look at. Maybe we could take a look at like the past election. Take a look at this one. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted to see kind of how the last map worked, or kind of last map looked. Nope, that's not what I want either. Maybe I can't. Maybe it just won't let me. Presidential 2020. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. New Mexico went blue. Georgia went blue. Virginia went blue. Like I said, a lot of these predictions I'm making, I believe, are going to, honestly, are really going to switch. And that's why the map kind of looks like the way it does. Let me go back to my map. And let's just fill all these in. That's why I didn't want to switch it. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Just go ahead and kind of switch everything back here real quick. But I do believe, and I mean, it could be very well that Trump wins even more states than this. Like, I'm not saying, like, it's not possible. But kind of with just how the in general environment is with Joe Biden, I don't believe Joe Biden would win. I don't think he's gonna win re-election if he decides to run. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll honestly come even close to being able to run for re-election, only because um, with his mental state declining as rapidly as it is, and just like his favorability is not there for president, which is not good when you're running for re-election. Whereas Trump's favorability was far higher. I do believe Trump would honestly win, and all of these states that I've marked the way they did were decided to either be red or blue again because of the national environment and how favorable Biden is, which is not very, as well as kind of just how either candidate is polling in each state. In each state that I've marked red, Trump tends to be polling higher, anywhere between 5 to even double digits above Joe Biden. But you got a state like California where that'll probably never happen. They're probably, I mean, so, okay, California is also kind of one of those states where it's very possible they'd have a Republican governor, but they wouldn't exactly vote for a Republican president. Similar to Virginia, like I said, with Glenn Youngkin and his victory there, his very, very important victory for the GOP in that state, as well as the lieutenant governor, the attorney general, and having a House majority for the Republicans in Virginia. It was a very huge, huge win to the GOP. As well as when we take a look at New Jersey, if you were to, let's take a look at New Jersey real quick, actually. New Jersey is kind of an interesting election. New Jersey, Ciatrelli. I don't think that's how you spell his name, but whatever. I just want the results. Actually, you know what? I can do this. I can go New Jersey governor election results. And it should... Ah, that wasn't the first... Usually there's a website I can go to where it kind of gives you I'm trying to think. I can't think of the words for some reason. Hmm, that's weird. I cannot think of where the heck it is. I don't know. There's a specific website I can go to where I'd be able to look at the kind of general. Um, let's see. Let me try this. I think it's called Ballotpedia, New Jersey. There we go. That's what I wanted. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Is it gonna? No, seriously? You're not gonna tell me the governor? Well, I mean, you tell me the governor, but you don't tell me the results. Here we go. So it was Jack Ciattarelli versus Phil Murphy, and because the um, I was gonna say, oh right. So this will be a very interesting election. In terms of kind of how people tend to vote, because if you look at how close the vote here was to within about 2 points, so pretty much within the margin of error. It's very possible that New Jersey could go to Donald Trump, but I just, it's, I don't know. That's kind of one of those states where it's like like I could say it goes for Trump, but I could also say it goes for Biden. But considering how close the election was, I think Trump, if he were to run very hard in the state, I do believe it's probably pretty darn possible that he would be able to have that state kind of swing over a little bit. But anyways, in the end, that's what I believe the map's going to look like, and that's kind of my prediction. So if you guys have any comments you disagree or agree with, or there's a specific video you want me to make, be sure to leave it in the comment section below, and I will be very happy to take a look at suggestions for videos, and because I could definitely use some. And I will go ahead and probably make videos on them and just kind of get that content out for you guys, because I do enjoy making political videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with others, get the word out about my channel, because this is a growing channel, and I'm very happy with the progress I've seen over the past week and a half or so. From about a week. So I'm very excited to see kind of where everything goes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.